I thought I would do a get to know me. So obviously I've done a few videos on here. I got some subscribers at the moment, so I thought I'd do a video of where you get to know me. So what I thought I'd do, I went on Google and I typed in like often asked questions on get to know me's and stuff, and I've got like a couple of websites that have different questions. The reason why I've gone with all three is because some are very different to the others, so I thought I'd give you a broad range. They're just questions, so everything that I reply to them is just off the top of my head. It's just real, if that makes sense. So the first one is, what's your name? What's your full name? My full name is Hannah Louise Pusey. It says, what does your name mean? I have absolutely no idea. Are you named after anyone? No, my mum just liked the name. If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? I don't know if I would, because I mean there's lots of names that I like, but I don't know, it's just my name, it's just all I've known. Where were you born? I was born in Chelmsford in Essex. Funny enough, in a hospital that is now a housing estate. It's really hot, so excuse me playing with my hair. What are your best characteristics? I'd say one of the main things I am is very kind, but I don't know if that's a best characteristic, because sometimes I think I can often be too kind for my own good. But yeah, kind, honest, loyal, I guess. And basically, if you call me, obviously, and I know you, I will be there for you. What is your favourite thing about yourself? Probably my hair. Not right now, because I missed my hair appointment because of I had my friend's wedding, so this is all overgrown and long, but this is all natural, and it's very thick, so I'd probably say my hair. Which parent are you closest to? I'm close to both of them. Which parent are you more alike? I would say I'm probably more like my dad, which is probably why we argue quite a bit, because we're both quite stubborn. Are your grandparents still married? They are, technically, but neither of them are still alive. So, what relative was important to you growing up and why? I'd probably say my granddad. He was very, very important to me. So my dad's parents split up when he was younger. One of them is still alive, like the granddad is still alive and he's out there somewhere, but I have not seen him. His nan died when I was only 3. My nan died, his mum, when I was only 3 from cancer. She was only 60. And then my mum's parents, my mum's mum was disabled from the neck down. She caught a virus when she was about 40 and my mum was 15, which made her turn from the neck down. And she passed away when I was 9, so obviously being 9 and below, I wasn't, you know, old enough to do stuff with her, so my sister was close enough with her, and then I was closest to my granddad. And then when he passed away, I was only 13, and when he passed away, it absolutely broke me. So I have a tattoo, if it focuses, I basically have a tattoo right here that has got his ashes in, and it says believe, and it's got the day he died. It says believe because basically on from when he passed away, I then fell out with my friends, and then I ended up developing an eating disorder and bulimia, which has left me on lots and lots of medication now, and I am on antidepressants. What is one thing that you've never revealed to your parents? Oh, never revealed. I don't think there is. They know absolutely everything. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? Damien, apparently. Apparently my mum wanted to call me Damien, which I think is the son of the devil. I'm not sure. Where's your biggest accomplishment? I don't know if I have a biggest accomplishment. I have a few smaller ones, like, you know, I've passed my driving test, I've had a nice car. My biggest one so far is probably moving out, so this what I film in is a place with my partner, which we only moved into in March, which was a first time move. Hence, I don't know if you can see behind, there's like black marks on this headboard, because I had to chuck it in his van to be able to move it to this place, and it got all dirty. And I've tried everything to get them off, but I think that's just ruined. What is your biggest fear? Wasps. Wasps are my biggest fear. Bees I don't mind. I have a lavender plant in my garden, and if the bee it's for all the bees, and I won't cut it down because all the bees are there, but a wasp comes near me and I will scream and I will run. What is your biggest regret? I don't have any regrets. I believe there's things that, you know, that I done wrong, but I believe that you are who you are today through everything that you have done in your life. What is your eye colour? My eye colour is blue. What inspires you? YouTubers. This is because I have massive confidence issues. Like I won't even go to the shop on my own. I'm like, ring my sister or my partner. But I watch a lot of YouTubers and how happy and everything they are, and they inspire me to do YouTube. What is the most important thing in your life? My family, which includes my partner and my friends, my closest friends. They are all like family to me, and they are what mean the most. Favourite celebrity would be Vicky Pattison, because I don't know why, but I have all her books and I love her. She's intelligent and smart, but which is not how she is actually portrayed through the reality, but I like her, she's wicked. My favourite colour is burgundy, so it's like a dark red. My favourite drink is Diet Coke, and you'll probably see in many of my videos that I drink a lot of Diet Coke. Favourite holiday destination, I mean, what I'd like to say is Bora Bora, because that's somewhere that I really want to go, and it's like, and I really favourite to go there, but I've never actually been there, so I can't say that it's like a favourite destination. It's just, to me, the place I want to go. Out of the places I've been, I'd probably say the Caribbean was the best. It's the furthest I've gone. It was my uncle's wedding. It was nice and hot. It was fun. Favourite ice cream flavour? Probably strawberry. Don't really eat ice cream that much. Trying to go past the ones that are irrelevant, like what's your favourite sport? I don't watch sport, so I'm trying to skip past these ones. What was your favourite subject in high school? Probably science. I really liked science. I took double science and I got really good grades. And then I went to college and I done forensic science diploma. So probably science. Are you scared of heights? No. Are you high maintenance? No. Are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage in head-on? I generally try and avoid it. I mean, if I think something's wrong, then I will say it. But if it's irrelevant and it's just going to cause an argument, I just sort of bypass it and back away. Are you a dog or a cat person? I'm an every animal person. Every animal. I love them all. Are you a good cook? I am. I just don't really do it much. Because the way I've just moved out, I don't have much equipment. If you could eliminate one weakness or limitation in your life, what would it be? I'd probably say my confidence. I wish I could just go up and talk to anyone and have fun and not care, but I think about everything. I wonder if they don't like me. I think I get really bad anxiety, and then if I don't do it, then I get really low and depressed, because I'm like, well, you just fail. And so if I could eliminate that, then that would be great. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I quite happy in Essex. Obviously I love other countries, I love heat and stuff, but I like Essex. What makes you really angry? Not many things make me angry. Like, it takes a lot. Like, you could scream and shout at me and I'd just be like, okay. You scream at my family, like my mum or my sister, then I will be angry. And the other thing is, when driving, I don't really get road rage. So like, if someone cuts me up, I'll just be like, as long as I don't have to like swerve, I'm like, ooh, tiki. But the thing that gets me is when someone else is in the wrong and then they start shouting at you, then it's like, yeah, that's when I get angry. What motivates you to work hard? Money. Money motivates me. Accomplishments, which 9 times out of 10 cost money. What is your favourite thing about your career? Nothing. So I'm a painter at the moment. I paint cars, basically. Cars, wheels. Like when you crash it, I repair it, which is nice because I'm female. It's nice for the women to get out there, you know, like girl power and stuff. But it's hard. It's just hard, and I can't say that I love it. It's just kind of the only way I know how to make a living at the moment. But generally I'd like to be a YouTuber, which I'm trying. Favourite book to read? This one, actually. See, my cool bookmark is the straw from KFC. So it's called Flowers in the Attic. And it's really old. It's got quite a lot of marks on it. It's really, really old. It's like from the 80s, and a lot of people have heard of it. But that's just amazing. There is so much detail in it. So that's my favourite book to read. I don't have any children. I have one sister. That's it. Would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car? Now, I do all 3 of them things. So obviously, as you can tell by my social media, if you didn't know, all my Instagram, my Twitter, everything, I will link below, but you can also get it at the end of the video or on my channel. So as you'll see on my social media, I have got a horse called Maggie. She's currently being broken at the minute, but we will be riding, and I ride my friends' horses. I do have a push bike. I generally just do it for fitness, not because I'm into push bikes. And obviously I have a car, and I love cars. I have quite a few cars and a van. I've always been into cars, so I like all 3 of them. I don't think I could choose between them. Would you sing at karaoke night? No, absolutely not. So I do actually play guitar and piano, and I write my own songs. So I do sing. I took music GCSE and things like that. And normally everyone's like, oh, go on, get up there, you know, you're really good. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. I can't even speak in front of people, let alone sing in front of people. What 2 radio stations do you listen to in the car the most? That used to be Heart until Martin and Sue left. Now I don't listen to it because that bores me now, I guess. So 9 times out of 10 I listen to Radio 1. I really like Radio 1, especially Greg James in the morning. The other one I listen to generally at night time. Yes, I am getting older now. I like to listen to Smooth. Smooth plays some proper bangers in the evening. Who knows you the best? Maybe my best friend or my mum. My mum knows quite a lot about me, or you guys after this video. What is one thing you will never do again? Ride a quad. So I rode my friend's quad, yes, with no helmet on. It was a long story, but I crashed it, wrote it off, landed myself in hospital. I had a massive lump on my head. I have still got a massive lump on my leg. I guess it's scar tissue or something, and I put an abnormality in my spine, so they wouldn't let me go until they were certain that I hadn't broken my spine. So I will never be going on a quad again. How many languages do you speak? Technically 1, maybe 2, be English and sarcasm. But in terms of foreign languages, none. I did learn Spanish for like 4 years when I was younger, and then I went to senior school and they forced me to speak French, and now I don't know what's Spanish and what's French. I just sort of muddled them both. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny would you say you are? I'd probably say a 7 or an 8. I normally am quite funny, and people normally laugh, but I have to be in a very comfortable situation. So the more videos I do, the more you'll probably see that side. What was your first job? My first job was in my local shop when I was 14, at my mum's. It was about a 100-yard walk, and I used to be on £3 an hour, and I used to work 3 hours a week on a Sunday, so I got £9 a week. What do you do to keep fit? I don't. How old were you when you learnt that Santa wasn't real? How did you find out? I think my parents just told me, and I think I must have been about 12. I think I kind of knew he wasn't real, and in the end they got to a point where they sort of knew that I knew and was like, okay, we're not going to do it anymore. But the moment that we stopped getting the Santa sacks, my dad made little ones for me, my mum and my sister, which I thought was really cute. Is your glass half full or half empty? Depending on when I'm on my depression tablets, it's half full. But if I'm not on them, then it's probably half empty. Who's your favourite YouTuber? My favourite is probably Jazzy Bum. Well, it's Jazzy Bum. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I think it's just Bumble. But Bumbly, I don't know. But her name's Jazzy Bum on YouTube, and she is generally my favourite because she's funny and she does cool stuff, and she's light-hearted, always happy. How long was your longest relationship? My longest relationship is Lewis, and we have been together 3.5 years. What is your go-to hairstyle? Down, probably. I'm not good with hair. I can do a full face of like good makeup and stuff, but hair I am not good with it. Either goes up in a ponytail or it's down, and that's pretty much it. Do you have a PC or a Mac? I have got a Mac. I mean, generally I had a PC. I had a HP, but I kept literally when I was at my dad's, I only ever used his Mac. So when I moved out, we done a swap, and I got his Mac for my little laptop, which was a good deal, to be fair. Do you have bad habits? Yes. I have. I can't. I don't know if I can think of any. This is a massive habit. Constantly, no matter what I do, or talking to someone, or if I'm nervous or anything like that, I'm constantly doing this. Like with my hair, which is annoying as well because I have to wash it more often. But that's one bad habit. And the word I don't know if you could tell that. I used to say like a lot, and then it changed to Theme parks have you been to? I've been to Thorpe Park. I have been to Adventure Island. That is it. Not really a ride person. Basically, I'm a little bit of a wuss. Who was your childhood best friend? Her name is Casey. If you watch my what's on my iPhone video, which I will link in the description below, she's on there so you can see her. She was my childhood best friend, and she still currently is my best friend. I met her, I don't know how old we were. I've known her for about 18 years. I am 22, so like 4, whatever. She's been around a long time. What was your dream job as a kid? I actually wanted to be a cardiac thoracic consultant. Turns out, not intelligent enough for that. Other than that, when I was younger, I did want to be a singer, but funny enough, before I started playing instruments, I couldn't actually sing. What's your favourite thing to order from Uber Eats? I don't have Uber Eats. So when I was at my mum's, I ordered McDonald's from Uber Eats, and they delivered it to the town next door. And the worst thing was, the people took it. The people, they knocked on their door, took it. Should have just drove in the first place. And here, I am literally, I think it's approximately 7 minutes away from my mum's house. And I would say I'm actually closer to McDonald's and stuff, but Uber Eats do not deliver to us, apparently, as of yet. Have you ever failed at anything, and what did you learn? I have failed at everything, often in my life, but failure is a learning curve. So, what did you learn? How to not fail at what I just failed at, I guess. How many countries have you travelled to? I've been to Portugal, I've been to Spain, I've been to the Caribbean. Biggest struggle that I overcame would have been my eating disorder, and getting help. So I'll finish up just explaining this bit, so because I know there's going to be a few of you out there who sort of probably experience the same thing. So basically, after my granddad died, I've basically experienced a lot of grief, a lot of it down to cancer, so I don't actually have that many family members left. From there, obviously I had the eating disorder and stuff, had really, really low self-esteem. I still have low self-esteem, but I obviously do not have disorders or anything anymore. I think I admitted it to my mum about 3 or 4 years in. They knew that I was losing weight, and my dad doesn't really get involved in my life, and he said that, you know, I'm worried about you. Car alarm, just checking it wasn't mine. My neighbours have already said to me, oh, your alarm keeps going off. So yeah, so explaining that, yeah, I told them that I was bulimic after a few years of getting better, and now I have basically burnt a hole in my throat, and burnt away some of my stomach and stuff, so I'm on medication for that. And the whole way through there, like, my dad tried to take me to the doctors before. I think I was about, it stopped. I think I was about 18. I don't know, something like that. And he tried to take me to the doctors, and said that I got angry, and I got a little bit snappy. So when we was actually in the doctors, and he said that, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this, and I threw a massive tantrum, and we left, and it just stayed like that, and I started not getting on with people, and I was constantly crying. Then it got to the point where I was crying so much, I was so low, that I went to the doctors myself. Now, obviously, I never really got suicide thoughts or anything like that. Thankfully, I just got to the stage where I felt so horrendous that I said that I need someone to help me. And I hope for anyone that's watching this, if they're experiencing anything like that, please just talk to somebody. It makes everything a hell of a lot easier. Don't get me wrong, not every day is perfect, but with taking my tablets and people knowing that I was struggling, just like a problem shared is a problem halved. But yeah, so from that, I'm now on sertraline, 100 milligrams sertraline, and that basically just keeps me going. It doesn't give me a high or stop me being depressed. It makes me be able to cope with the situation. So I've got a family member at the moment who's not very terminally ill. The difference is, obviously, I will still be very upset if anything happens or when it happens, but I can cope with it. I'm not going to run off the rails or relapse with eating disorders. I'm going to be able to cope with it, spend time with my family, and just remember the good times. And that is how important it is to speak to the people that care the most if you feel like that. So, other than that, you got my social media. You always welcome to talk to me. Obviously, you don't know me, so feel free to share your problems. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned quite a lot about me. And I would like to probably do a Q&A maybe one day, or lots of other videos. I have a couple of ideas of some videos coming up, just finding the time. So subscribe, click the notification bell, and you'll see when they come up. But for now, I'll see you later. Bye!